includes
Nesse vídeo, você vai aprender.
Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I will start a new session. It's about string in JavaScript. So first of all, what is string? String is list of character. I have already discussed about that things with you. Right now I want to go more deep. Like first of all, I want to do remove everything from our index.js. And here if you want to load some of the character value, what exactly I have done, like there is a delete, and then I take one of the variable as a country, and then I put one of the string value into the single quote as a India. So I have already discussed about that things with you friends. So now that is our string, right? So that is our string, and if you want to now display this string value, what exactly you have to do? We have to simply load it with the console, and then the console log, and into this console log area here, if you pass out this country, if you pass this country, you can see it's now showing as a let country as a string type, right? So that is one of the string type data. And now if you click as a save all and now refresh it, now you can see it's now showing our India. So that is the string. Okay, so as I told you, there is a list of character, like that is one character, second another character, so that is list of character, right? And also if you want to show that a type, as I told you, if you put your cursor, automatically it's display as a string type. That means if you want to print this string type, then you can also do that work. I have already discussed about that things with you. That will be there's a console log, and into this console log there is another as a type of, right? So that is a type of, and into this type of area here, if you pass out this variable, okay, there is a country variable here. If you pass it, then that will be display which type of character is that. Now click the save all, now refresh, you can see it's now display as a string type. That means our this type value as a string type value. And also here, if you want to get that specific character, like that is all that our character, right? And there is a first character, second character, third character, fourth, and then 5 character. Like for education purpose, I want to get our this 4 number character. You can also get it. If you want to get it, then you can do that things with 2 different way. Like first of all, there is a console, and then the console log, and into this console log area here, our name, our variable name as a country. So into this country area, which one you want to get? I want to get that 4 one. Okay, that is a 4 number character I want to get. So if you want to get it, then that will be, and to the like just name it as a 4. That means 4 number index data I want to get. So now if you want to print it, like here I print, click the save all, and now there have also another issue I want to discuss about that things with you. Now if you click the refresh, now you can see it's now display as a. Why actually is display as a? As I told you, that is one of the index format, right? That is all that our character. So index is actually started from which one? That is a 0. That means that is our 0, I is equal to 0, and our 1, that is a 2, and that is a 3, right? That means if you want to display that I, then that will be obviously as a 3. You can say I have actually used that 4 for the reasons it's getting our A. So now if you use that as a 3, now that should be display, as a I. That means a specific our 4th number one, you can see it's perfectly get or this I. I hope friend it's very clear, because I told you there is indexing, array indexing is started from to the 0. So that means that is first of all our 0, and then n is 1, then the 2, and then the 3, and then the 4. Okay, if you want to get that as a second one, that means the n, then that will be as a which one? That will be as a 0 and then 1. That means if you make it as a 1, then that will be display our second character as a n. If you now refresh it, now you can see it's now successfully display as a n. And also you can do that things with another way, but I show you, like at the console and then the logs. That is all that fundamental friend, just simply understand it. So that is our variable as a country, and into this country variable, then a dot notation. With this dot notation, I want to use that as another one as a chart art. Okay, with this chart art, you can also add this part, like I make it as again 1. Okay, I want to print it. Now click as a save all. Our result will be just like that same. If you now click as a refresh, now you can see our result is the same. You can make it directly like that way. Also you can use that as a chart art, and here you can actually pass your indexing number. So index is started from to the 0 for the reasons here 1 means our second one, right? Great. So what exactly different between both of these? Like right now here, how many character as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? There is a 5 character. Now if you want to make it as a 7 in here, okay, if you make it as a 7, now if you click as a save all, now that should be displayed as undefined. Now click as a refresh, you can see now that is displayed as undefined. But here if you make it as a 7, then that will be return one of the empty array. Now click as a save all, and now if you refresh, now you can see that is empty. Empty means actually it's return one of the this type of one of the empty array. Okay, this type of the empty array. And also as I told you before, friend, you can use that single quote. If you want to make it as a double quote, you can also make it as a double quote. Okay, right now I make it as a double quote. Our result will be just like that same. I have already discussed about that things with you. If you now click as a refresh, now you can see that is display as a India. And also you can use that backtick. So you can also use that as a backtick. So if you use that backtick, then you can actually add multiple functionality with this. Later we will do a lot of work with this backtick. And now if you click as a save all, and now that should be also perfect. You can see now it's perfectly visible as a India. Great. I hope, friend, you get some of the idea about that string. So in this session we'll go more deep. I hope everything will be very much clear to you. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about that string, right? Now in this video, I want to discuss about some of the string method. So it will be very important. Like first of all, I have already discussed about that one of the method as a cart art. So with this cart art, we get a specific some of the character, right? And like better I want to show you again. Like I name it as a message. I take one of the variable as a message, and here I want to do in our single quote. Into the single quote, I want to pass as a hi. Hi, my name is Aryan. Okay, I name it. Hi, my name is Aryan. So from here, if you want to get that out, like better I want to do, I want to remove everything. Okay, remove everything, and here I copy. That will be as a message, right? If you now click as a save all, now that should be display our message. Hi, my name is Aryan, right? So from here, first of all, our first method I want to discuss about, that is the cart art. Okay, I have already discussed about that things with you. That is a message. Into this message area, if you want to get a specific some of the number character, you can get it. Like from here, I want to get as a this second one. Okay, that is the second one means what? That means that will be as a first as a 0, and then the 1, and then that is a 2. Right? So if you want to get it with the cart art, that means the cart. Okay, there is a cart art, and here I want to make it as a 2. Now that will be print which one? That will be print our this one, second one, right? So 0, 1, 1, and then there is a 2. If you now click as a save all, now go there, click as a refresh, and here you can see it's now actually getting out this space, right? So that is our 0, and that is the 1, and that is the 2. That's my mistake. So that will be obviously as a 0 and then the 1. That means if you make it as a 1, then that is our first index as a 0, and then that is our 2, right? Now if you click as a save all, I make it as a save all again. Now click as a refresh. Now you can see it's now perfectly get our specific second character, right? That is a I. Great. And now there is another method. If you want to make our all that string value as a uppercase, you can do that work. If you want to make it as a lowercase, you can also do that work. So they have some of the another method. Better I want to paste it. Like there is a message, and into this message area, after that I want to declare one of the method as a to uppercase. Okay, there is a to uppercase method. So if you run this to uppercase method, then automatically our this string value will be uppercase. That means all that letter will be as a capital letter. If you now click as a save all, now go there, click as a refresh. Now you can see it's now perfectly as a uppercase. Right, that is a totally uppercase. Great. And also I want to call our another method as a to, and then the lowercase. You can see that is actually the to lowercase one of the method. So if you want to run this method, then our here they have also one of the capital character, right? That is another capital character. So all that our total string value, this will be as a lowercase. So make that sure, friend, you remember that part, because that will be needed as a 2 uppercase, the 2 lowercase. We will use it in our project. Now click as a save all, and now if you go click as a refresh, now you can see our total character is now become lowercase. Okay, friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. Now I want to discuss about some of the string finder. Like here I want to do, like in our this message, that means in our string value, here they have one of the name as a Aryan. So here I want to check it is in our this value there have any Aryan character or not. Okay, if you want to find out this part, then you can find out it. There is another method as include. Okay, there is an include method. With the includes method, here I want to pass our name. Which name you want to search for? I want to search for with this Aryan. So if he perfectly get this name, then it will be return one of the true value. If you now click as a save all, now go there, click as a refresh. Now you can see it's now perfectly written as a true. That means in our this string value area, they have one of the character word as a Aryan. That means that is appropriate, right? If you want to make it as another name, like as a Kazi, so Kazi is not accessible in here. That means in our string value area, now that should be displayed as a false. If you now refresh, now you can see it's now displayed as a false. Great. And also here, if you want to check it, our first, okay, that is our first letter is started with a specific some of the string and name or not. If you want to check it, you can also check it. Like I copy it and then I paste it. So now there is another method as a start. Okay, that is a start with. So here there is another method as a start with method. So now with this start with method, I want to check it. Our first is started with which one? I want to check it first of all high. So if in our total string value, if first of all it should be checked it's started with high or not. So if it's started with high, then that will be returned as a true, rather than that will be returned as a false. If you now click as a better, I want to make it as a note out. Okay, make it as a note out. Now click as a save all. Now that should be displayed as a true. Click as a refresh. You can see it's now successfully done. That means it's true because this started with our this character as a high, right? If you want to make it as a different one, now if you click as a save all, now that is not appropriate. It will be displayed as a false. Okay, you can see it's now displayed as a false. Great. And also there is another one, start with and the end with. You can also find out our and data. Like I want to call our this method, that is the and. Okay, ands with. So with this ands with, I want to check it, that is it's and with Aryan or not. So if it's and with the Aryan, then it should be displayed as a true, rather than that will be displayed as a false. You can see it's not displayed as a true. And if you want to make it as a different name, so that is not exist, now click as a save all. Now that should be displayed as a false. Okay, friend, simply understand or simply remember all that our method name as a 2 uppercase, 2 lowercase, include, start with, and the end with. In our next video, I'm going to discuss about another string method. I will show you that things with the live example. Hello, friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about some of the string method as a cart art, that is a 2 uppercase, lowercase, and also they have some of the string finder, right? That is a string finder method as a includes, the start with, and the end with. Now I want to discuss about another some of the string finder. Better I want to show you that things with the live example. I want to remove everything. Like there is a hi, my name is Aryan, right? I want to use another repeat keyword. Okay, I want to repeat another repeat keyword as a hi. Like there is a 2 hi, right? They have the 2 hi. Great. So now I want to load another method, that is one of the string finder method. I want to use it as a search. Okay, search. So into the search area here, it will be search how many times or this same keyword, that means a repeated keyword in here. So it will be search it. Like here I have the repeated keyword as a hi, right? I want to use it as a hi. So now if you click as a save all, and after that if you now click as a refresh, now you can see it's now displayed as a 0. why actually is display as a 0? That means when you add as a search and when you add that your repeated keywords, and here I pass that our repeated keyword, so here it should be search. Okay, it should be search in our first total value, and into this value area it should be get our first index. Okay, that means the first h1 index it should be get. So you can see here our first index is the same as a h means that 0 index. For the reasons it's now display as a 0 index. And also there is another method, as index of. So index of and then search actually the same things. Better I copy it and then I paste it. So now I want to load another method as index of. Okay, that is index of method. So into this index of method, when you pass and see our repeated keyword, so that is our repeated keyword. So into the repeated keyword area, that is our first occurrence. That is a first occurrence happening for the repeated in here, right? So that is a first occurrence. First occurrence, our first index data it should be get. So our first occurrence here, there is a high and then high, that means that is our first one. And first occurrence, our first index, which one? That is our 0 index, right? So that is the 0. So that means here also that should be print as a 0. If you now click as a save all, now go there, click as a refresh, now you can see it's also print as a 0. I hope friend you get some of the idea. And also if you want to get that another one, like if that is actually repeated, like here that is a repeated and also that is repeated in here. Okay, if you want to get that our second index, that means the second repeated keyword index, then you can also get it with another method. Better I copy it and I paste it. There is another method as a last index of. Okay, I want to load as a last index of. So with this method, now I want to get our, this will be get our this index data, like I show you. If you now click as a save all, so that is a 0, 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That means it should be display as a 14. Now click as a, let's check this out, click as a refresh. There is another error as a type error message, last index is not function. Okay, as you can see it's not as a function because of all. Better I want to remove it, and here I want to load that last index of. Okay, there is a last index of. Now it's perfect. Now if you click as a save all, now refresh it, yeah, you can see it's not perfectly display as a 14. I hope friend it's very much clear to you what exactly that means. So that is our repeated keyword. So when you use that as a last index of in our repeated keyword, it will be get our last one index data. Okay, that means last one index is a 14, it's display as a 14. When you use that as the index of, then our repeated keyword, that is our repeated keyword as a high, it will be get our first occurrence, first index data. So first index data actually here as a 0. For the reasons you can see it's not display as a 0. And search is the same thing. I hope friend you get some of the idea. Just simply remember all that our method name as a search, index of, and then last index of. Okay, in our next video I want to continue this process. I will also share some of the another string method. I hope you. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about some of the string finder method as a search, index of, and then last index of, right? I hope it's very much clear to you. Now in this video, I want to discuss about another some of the string method as a toString, as a concat, and then split. So step by step everything I want to show you with the live example. Like first of all, I want to take one of the variable. Okay, I take one of the variable as a temp. So into this temp area, I want to pass one of the numeric value. Okay, that is our number type, right? That is a 1, 2, 3. So now I want to change this type. I want to change this type from to the number to the string. So if you want to do that work, you can do that work with using the toString, like I show you. That is a console and then the console log, and into this console log area here there is a temp, right? So this temp and temp value I want to make it as a toString. So that is a toString. Okay, toString method. So I want to call this toString method. So now that our this temp will be changed. This temp that is a number type, now that should be as a one of the string type. If you now click as a save all, and now if you go click as a refresh, now you can see now that is display as 1, 2, 3. And this type, if you want to check it, which type of things is that, you can check it with the what you can. I hope you already remember that will be as a type of, right? Better I want to do and to make it as a I want to make it as a type type of. So now with this type of, I want to check it, which type of string value is that. Now click as a save all. Before that was number, now I want to change it. Now that should be displayed as a string. You can see it's now a string. Not only that number, if you want to pass any boolean in here, like as a false, okay, pass as a false. So this false value also will be as a string. Now if you click as a save all, now if you refresh it, now you can see it's also as a string. And also if you want to pass that array data, you can also pass it. Okay, I show you, like as a pass was array data as a 1 and then comma 2 comma 3 comma and then 4. Okay, like that is our all that array data. So now this array data, when you use that as a temp, so with this temp there is our toString method, automatically this array data will be as a string. If you now click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, you can see it's still now as a string. If you want to check it, that is array data, cause array, what exactly it's display. I hope you already remembered. Into this array, first of all, there have some of the index value and then their value, right? So right now our this array, the array data, I make it as a string. So if you want to check it, when you actually display that output, then everything will be more clear. Like I show you, I load that log. There is a console log, and then here that will be as a temp, right? So that is our temp variable area here, that I want to make it as a toString. I want to make it as a toString value. Now you can, when you output it, then everything will be more clear, because that will be output with the string value. If you click as save all, and now if you refresh, now you can see it's just as a string value. They have no array functionality, they have no indexing, everything is a string value, simple string value. I hope friend you get some of the ideas. With this toString you can change any data type, right? Now there is the another method as a concat method. Better I want to show you the live example. Here I want to do, I take one of the variable as a m1, okay? I take as a m1, and for the m1 I make it as a high, okay? I make it as a high, great. And also I take another one as a m2, okay? I make it as a m2, and here I name another value as a high my name, okay, my name. And then I take another one as a let, I make it as a here better, the let, and then I take another variable as a m3, okay? I take another variable as m3, and here I want to pass the name as a my name is Aryan, okay? My name is Aryan. So now I want to simply take some of the variable, and into this variable area I pass some of the value. I hope you already know about it. And now I want to do all that our string value, right? Hi, my name is and is Aryan, right? So now I want to add all that our string value in one line. Okay friend, if you want to do that work, I show you, like then you have to do, I take another variable as a m, and then I want to do with our first of all our first data as a high, I take it with our this variable as a m1, right? Now first of all that will be as a m1, and m1 then concatenation, so that will be as a concat, okay, concat. And now with this concat I want to pass our second one, our second variable name as a m2, okay, and then I want to pass our another one as a m3, okay? I simply pass it. So now if you want to print it, that means in our console and the log, I want to now print our this m, and that means this m I take it in our this variable area. Now if you print it, now everything will be more clear. Click as a save all, now go there, click as a refresh. Yes, you can see it's now displayed as a hi, my name is Aryan. Okay, better I want to put some of the space here, and also put some of the space. Now click as a save all, now refresh. Yeah, you can see there's a hi, my name is Aryan. Right now there are the different type of variable and different type of value. So now I combined all that value with this concat. Okay, with this concat method I simply pass our first one, I take that first one, and with this first one I want to add our second one and then the third one, right? So that is our another variable m2, and then m3 we match it, that means we add all that our variable data with this concat. Okay, that is one of the method. I hope friend it's very much clear to you, and I take the things with this variable and then simply I display it, and for the reasons you can see it's not display in our same one line. Okay. And also if you want to make it little bit easy, then you can also do that work with another way I show you. Then only you have to add that plus m1 plus and then m2 plus m3. Our result will be just like that same before. If you now click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, you can see our result is the same. So you can use that with the concat method, and then you can use that as a plus. Okay, now I want to discuss about our another method as a split method. Okay, I want to discuss about another split method. So if you want to use that split method, it's very easy. I remove it. Split method is what? Like they have the hi, and then they have some of the space, and there is a my, and then the space, name, space, is, space, hi, right? So if you want to split that space, then you can actually do that work with using that split method. Okay, like I show you. I want to run, I want to display there is a console, and then the console log. Into the console log area, that is our message, right? Into this message area, I want to declare our method name as a split. So that is our split method. I simply declare it. So into this split method area, here you have to pass that key. That means which one part, that means which things you want to split from our this total value. I want to split that space, right? So into this key area, I want to make it as a space. You can see I have already add one of the space in here. So that is one of the space that will be split. Okay, and also it should be displayed with the array mode. I show you, click as a save all. Now if you go click as a refresh, now you can see it's now perfectly get all that our space is now totally gone. So now there is a hi, my name is hi Aryan. Okay, I hope it's very much clear to you. If you want to split some of the specific things, you can split it with our split method. I hope, friend, it's very much clear to you what is how you can working with the toString method, the concat method, and also the split method. In our next video, I want to discuss about another some of the string method. I hope you like it. Hello, friend, welcome back. In this video, I want to discuss about another some of the string method as a slice, as a substring, and then substr. So that's all used for if you want to get a specific some of the substring from to the main string, then all that method will be needed. Like first of all, I want to do here, that is our message as a hi, my name is hi Aryan, right? So from here, if you want to get our 0 index to the another index, like as a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 index. So if you want to get a specific this index part, then you can actually get it with our another method as a slice method. I show you, like there is a message. Into this message area, I want to load that slice. Okay, slice method. So into this slice method area, you have to pass 2 of this parameter. Our first parameter will be our first index. Okay, I want to start it with the 0, so I make it as a 0 index, and then it should be running in our which area. That means I want to take that as 0 index, 1 index, and then the 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, so I want to make it as a 4. Now that should be get our only this string value. Okay, that will be one of the sub string value. Now if you want to check it, click as a save all, and now if you go click as a refresh, now you can see it's now getting as a hi my. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then the 5. So here I make it as a 5. Now click as a save all. Now that should be displayed as a hi my, right? You can see it's now perfectly displays hi my. Great. And also if you want to get it with a specific sum of the string, you can also get it, like I paste it. I want to get it from to the 6. Okay, from to the 6 to 12. Okay, from to the 12 it will be get it all the data. Click as a save all. Now refresh it, you can see it's now getting as a name I. Okay, that means this one is started from the 6 index and then 12 index. Great. And here it doesn't mean that you have to pass the 2 parameter. If you want to pass that 1 parameter, you can also pass it, like I want to get these things from here. That will be the 0, 1, and then 2. I make it as a 2. Okay, I only want to pass 1 parameter. So that is our 0, 1, 0, 1, and then 2, actually the spaces, right? Now after that here you should be get all that our string value. If you now click as a save all, now go there, click as a refresh, you can see it's perfectly get out this one without our high. That means 2 of this index is now totally gone, and from here that will be started. Okay, and also if you want to make it as a empty, you can also make it as a empty. When you make it as empty, then that will be get our total data. Click as a save all. Now refresh it, you can see it's now getting our total data. Okay, friend. And also if you use that as a 0, you can also use it as a 0, I make it as a 0. 0 means it should be started from our first one. That means it should be display our total data. Click as a refresh. You can see it's perfectly get our total data. Okay, that means from our 0 index it should be started. And also if you want to pass another -1, like I copy it and then I paste it. So I want to pass it from our minus. When you use that as a minus, then that will be started our index, that will be counting all that our index from our right position. Okay, from our right position it should be counting. Like I show you here, I make it as a -12 index. Okay, -12 index, and that will be started from our -1. Okay, I make it as a -1. So from our -1, that will be, that means from here that is E0, and from to the -1 that will be get our 12 index. Now click as a save all, and now if you go click as a refresh, you can see it's actually getting out this data. That means it's started our total index from to the right position. Okay, right to left. I hope friend it's very much clear to you. And now there is also another method as a substring method. Substring method is actually the same. I copy it and then here I paste it. So I make it as a substring. Okay, sub and then string, substring method. So with this substring method, that will be started with our another two of this parameter. This parameter, first of all, our first index, and that will be our last index. Okay, so here I make it as a 0. That means that will be as a first index. Our last index will be 5. So better I make it as a 4 right now. So only it should be display as a this part, right? Now if you click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, yeah, you can see it's now perfectly get our high and then M. So I better make it as a 3. Now that will be started from to the 0 index to the 3 index. Now refresh it. So that is a 0 and then 1 and then the space, right? You can see there is also another space in here. Perfect. So that is the substring. That means you can use that as a slice, rather than you can use it as a substring. So that is the concept is the same. All that our index will be started. That is a started index and that is a AND index. Okay. And also another method as a sub-str. If you copy it and I want to do and to run, another one as a sub. Okay, sub-str. So what exactly that sub-str do? It will be do a specific sum of the length. Okay, that means the 0 to I want to do and to get as a 2. That is one of the length. Okay, I want to make it as a like as a 4 length. Now click as a save all. After that 4 length, that will be stop. If you go use a refresh, you can see after that 4 that will be stop. Okay, so that is our sub-str. I hope friend it's very much clear to you. So only difference between that sub-str and then the substring and the slice, into the substring, that is our second index, it should be take as a length, and into the substring and the slice, in our second parameter, that will be take as a index. Okay, so that is the second parameter will be as a length, and for our substring and the slice, our second string will be as a index. So that is the main difference between both of these. I hope friend it's very much clear to you. In our next video, I'm going to discuss about that escape sequences. How can working with this? In our next video, I will show you that things with the live example. Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I want to discuss about some of the syntax as a escape sequences. Better I show you with the live example, then everything will be more clear to you. Like right now, I remove everything. Okay, I remove everything. I want to pass some of the string value. Like here, I want to pass one of the string value as a hi Aryan. Okay, hi Aryan. It's but in our double quote, into this double quote area, I want to pass it as eats. Okay, that will be the eats. It's a nice course. Okay, it's a nice course. So this type of one of the string value. So that is our total string value. Okay friends, so now I want to publish our this string value. So that is our first job, and after that I want to add another line. I want to add another line as a how are you. Okay, how are you. So how can actually define this type of on this string? Like here, if you want to actually display this string, that will be actually get some of the error. I show you, like that is our let. I take one of the variable as a message, and into this message area, that is our total string. Okay, into the total string. So here we have to add this total string in our single quote, right? And here you can see I have also used that one of the single quote. So for the reasons it should be get some of the error, like I copy it. Okay, I simply copy total things. Okay, I copy total things, and then in our single quote area, so that is our single quote, here I want to publish our this string value. You can see it's now getting one of the error. They have one of the single quote, and also in our single quote area here we have to pass all that our string value. But this string, that is single quote, is part of our string value, right? So that is also one of the part of our string value. For the reasons in JavaScript here, if you want to escape it, then only you have to use it as a backslash. You can see when you use it as a backslash, then system understand that is not our this first single quote, that is one of the part of a string value. Okay, now you can see our error is totally gone. And after that, if you want to print it, now I want to console, into the console log, I want to print out this message. Okay, that is the message. I want to pass it. Now everything will be more clear. Click as a save all. Now go there, click as a refresh. Now you can see it's now successfully displayed as a high Aryan. It's a nice. Okay, it's a nice course. So that is our total value. That means our total string value is visible. Okay, friend, with the double quote also. I hope it's very clear. There is a double quote and also there is a single quote. So when you use that as a single quote, only you have to use it as a backslash. And also they have the another line as a how are you. So I want to also print this how are you. So if you want to print this how are you, then after that, okay, after that I want to put another comma, and then there is a backslash, and after that backslash, then you have to add that as a n. Okay, after that n, if you pass your next letter as a how are you, then that will be loaded with our another line. If you now click as a save all, now go there, click as a refresh. Now you can see it is started with another line as a how are you. Okay, so there is another syntax with the slash, that is a backslash, and then the n. Great. And in your string value area here, if you want to pass one of the backslash, how can actually pass it? So if you pass one of the backslash, and now if you click as a save all, and now if you go click as a refresh, now you can see it's not display any backslash, only they have done the space. So here if you want to add another backslash, here you have to add that double backslash. Okay, when you use that as a double backslash, then your first backslash will be displayed. You can see it's not successfully displayed. And also there is another syntax. If you want to pass it some of the spaces in here, that means a tab space, then you can also use it. That will be as a backslash and then the T. Then before your first letter here, it will be get one of the tab space. Okay, now if you click as a save all, and now go there, before here it should be get some of the tab space. Now click as a refresh, you can see it's now perfectly get one of the tab space. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So that is very much basic things, but it should be needed, okay, because that is very simple one of the syntax, but in your when you're doing in your project, that is very much important. If you want to pass some of this type of the string value, then you have to manage it. That means you have to solve these issues with backslash. Okay, and also there is a new line as a backslash n. I hope everything is very clear to you. In our next video, I want to discuss about that string immutability. How can working with this? I will show you that things with the live example. Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I want to discuss about another very important things, that is the string immutability. That means immutability. Okay, string immutability. So now with this string immutability, better I want to show some of the example, then everything will be more clear. Like I take one of the variable as a message, and here I want to pass it as a like as a jai. Okay, jai Aryan. So don't want to run this as a jai Aryan. Here I want to pass one of the high Aryan. Okay, so if you want to change that string value, you cannot actually change it. You have to reassign our total string. Okay, then I show you, like if you want to change it, if you now click as a save all, now that should be displayed as a jai Aryan. Now click as a refresh, you can see there is a G Aryan. So now I want to change it. I want to make it as a, I take another variable. Okay, I take as a message. Into this message, our first index is 0, right? Our first index is 0. So this 0 value I want to change it. Here I want to replace with the high. Okay, that means the H. I want to replace it. Now it would be work, but if you click as a save all, if you now refresh it, now you see they have no changes. As I told you, you cannot change any string direct value. Here if you want to change it, then you have to reassign it again. like here I want to do to copy it, and I want to do to make it as a hi Aryan. Okay, I want to make it as a hi Aryan. So now if you click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, now you can see now that is actually changed. So as I told you, you cannot change it all that value directly. You have to reassign your string value. Okay friend, I hope it is very much clear to you. And after that, if you want to concrete another text, you can concrete it like as a hi Aryan, how are you? Okay, I want to display another one as a how are you. Now that should be also add. Now click as a save all. Now if you refresh it, you can see there is a hi Aryan, how are you? And also if you want to pass, that means here that is our hi Aryan, I make it as a hi Aryan, and this hi Aryan I take it with this variable. If you want to pass this variable with the concate, you can pass it. So I simply pass it in here. Okay, that means this message I pass it plus how are you. So now here that is our hi Aryan, that means the first time that will be displayed as hi Aryan plus how are you, right friend? And then I take it with this variable in our console log, I print this our message. Now if you click as a save all, now that should be as the same result. Click as a refresh, hi Aryan, how are you? Okay friend, so that's called actually the string immutability. So if you want to change some of the string value, you cannot change it directly. You have to reassign your total string value again. Okay,